Hey, my name is Marven MacDonald. I own this 1966 Chevy van. She's got a 6-cylinder. We always call it a 3 on the tree because it's on the steering column. And standard, obviously. So, yeah, it's a beautiful working little van. I've had it now for 6 years. And it's always worked good for me. And go to the van inns with it. And we have a great time here from dusk to dawn at our vans. We are the host club, so yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It's called the Widowmaker.
And it is called the Widowmaker for a good reason. If anybody owns any of these, you know how you're just ready to die at any minute if you hit something head on. So yeah, but they are fun to drive. They are fun to drive, so yeah.
And you had it how long?
I've had it for 6 years.
6 years, okay.
6 years, yeah.
Now it's the same color?
No, I changed the color because it was blue at one time, but there was a tree fell on it.
Oh.
A tree fell on it between these two doors here, crushed it down, and my buddy and I popped it back out again, got it fixed back up, and it was sitting in storage for 17 years, and then it was outside for 4 years, and I was looking for it for 2 years. So I finally found it, and I pulled it out. I didn't have to do, only body work I had to do to it was basically pull the roof out. After that, it was just basically sand it, and I always liked flat black. So I decided to change it to flat black, and that's what I done.
Looks great.
Yeah, and I didn't do a lot to the inside of it. I did a little bit of inside interior work, yeah, but it still has the original 230 6-cylinder engine in it, so
Very cool.
yeah. So nothing's been modified on this van. Everything's original from when I bought it, and from when the other guy owned it, he didn't do any modifications. She's original from the factory. Yeah, the flat front end and everything else on it, and all I did was basically change the color of the paint.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you got some wheels on there.
Oh yes, yeah. These are kidney bean slots, they call them. We call them here on the island.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, kidney bean slots, and yeah, I had these off of another van, and I put them on this. And I used to run bias ply tires on these, and they were sketchy, but you know what? Van in life is van in life, right? You just put on what you got, and that's basically what I did. It's all I could afford at the time, so.
And you're still alive.
And I'm still alive, and I'm still here, man. I'm still here.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and I have another van similar to this one here, except they called it a no-door, which has no side doors on it. Original from the factory, and I owned it for 35 years. I still have it, and yeah, and I drove it for 35 years.
Wow.
So yeah, so yep,
Right. And
yep.
over here, I see you have a little bit of little artwork over here.
Oh yes,
A little
yep.
bit of- That's the name of it?
Oh, that's the name of her. She's called the Widowmaker. Yeah, hence why my wife won't drive with me, but yeah, she never goes anywhere with me. But yeah, it's called the Widowmaker, and we have the back of the van, which is it's got everything to kind of explain why.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, that's what I was going to ask you next. What's the idea? Yeah.
Yeah, the idea. Yeah. So on this here, my buddy and I put a sticker on this, and it was over flat black, so it took. He knew it wasn't going to stick to it, so we ended up. After a while, it started to peel off, and when we peeled it off, everything stayed. So, hence, there's no lines. You can't feel anything or anything else. It turned out beautiful. He made a beautiful job of doing it for me. And then down below here, it's in memory of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's in memory of my brother, Paul,
Uh-huh.
and my friend's son that passed away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
Nice. And you were telling me about you had something, a little surprise underneath.
yes. If we take a look underneath it, we can actually see that the big fella here He's keeping an eye on you all the time, so you got to be careful. So
That's right.
yeah,
Live every day to the fullest.
exactly right.
Yep.
You know what? Live every day to the fullest is right. And I tell you, this life is fun. This life is so much fun. It's fun is what you make it. And you get with a great crew like we have here, you'll never have any more fun than that. So great bunch of people helping me all the time and everything else. And yeah, so it's pretty basic in here. It's hey, it's what you can afford at the time. So
it works, right?
And it works great.
You got a bed, you got a place to sleep.
Got a place to sleep. You got storage under here, and you got storage over there.
Yeah.
And you got the engine sitting in the middle, and you actually sit on the engine, so that makes it interesting. If you ever throw a rod at your engine, you better hope it goes the other way. But yeah, but it's pretty basic. It's not done yet. I have some clear plexiglass that I'm putting up top with lighting in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm waiting to get that
cool.
done.
Yeah.
Waiting to get that done. And once that's finished, yeah, then the van will be done.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Everything you need right there.
Everything you need right here.
That's exactly.
It doesn't matter if you break down the side of the road, you just crawl into the back and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Wake up the next morning and deal with it.
I see you had to do some modification. That's your seat belts.
Yeah,
You had that welded on, those welded on. Right?
We welded them on. Yeah. We welded those on those brackets because I wanted to come across my chest because I didn't want my face slamming into the steering wheel in case of a high speed. So
yeah, it's a little close.
It's a little close. Yeah, it's close in here. It really is close in here. I've had some close encounters. Especially in these ones here. If you blow a front tire on these, they go. Whatever tire goes, that's the way they're going, and you haven't got a say in it, eh? So it just goes, eh?
Yeah, that's not power steering.
And that's Armstrong steering. That's what we call it here, Armstrong steering. Yep.
With a 3 on the tree.
With a 3 on the tree. Yep.
Right there.
Yep. Yep.
Very nice.
Yeah. You don't turn this unless you're moving. But yeah.
Nice.
But no, I proved that those seatbelts do work good because I almost got into an accident with it, slammed the brakes on and everything else, you know, come close to hitting the vehicle, and no, they work absolutely fantastic. And if I had just a lap belt on, it would have been a whole different story. It would have been. Oh yeah.
And you feel better. You
no,
feel more secure.
you feel more secure.
Right,
You're right, man.
right.
You feel more secure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Awesome. Yeah. So.
All right.
So.
Very cool.
Yeah. So.
Well, thanks for showing her to us.
Well, hey, it was an absolute pleasure.
Absolutely.
It was an absolute
nice
pleasure,
meeting
man.
you as well.
And nice meeting you
we
also.
came up here and met some great people.
Yeah.
Like we always do at a truck.
I tell you, we're just a big family here, and that's all we are.
We're a bunch of fun.
Yep, that's it. That's it.
With the same interest.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And I got to point this out to. If you own a shorty, you know this, but if you don't, these are great beer holders, eh?
Oh yeah.
These, you can set a can of beer on them there anytime. Two
no
top
problem.
ones, absolutely no trouble at all, eh? Same as the back ones.
Yeah.
You can set a beer on them, or a can of Coke, or a can of Pepsi, whatever you prefer. But you know, if you're at a van inn, you're usually having a beer.
Right.
So, but I mean, works awesome.
That's a good idea.
Works awesome.
I've done that before. There you
Yeah.
go. There it is right there.
Yeah. And this is not trick photography.
That's right.
That actually sitting there.
Perfect holder right there.
Yep. Absolutely.
Love it. All right, well, thank you again for showing it to us.
Oh, man.
Again, it was a pleasure meeting you.
It was a pleasure meeting you, too. Pleasure meeting you and your wife. And your wife. So, yeah.